It's in the hard stuff, are you?
When Mr. Walker has a touch of flatulence, you'd think he'd got the worries of the whole world on his shoulders.
It can be very disturbing, wind.
Oh, not wind, Mr. Tatlock. Flatulence.
No, I didn't think she'd be in there.
Oh.
Sheila, you haven't seen her, have you?
No, she hasn't been in here.
No, love, she's not in there.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Barlow.
Now, Lucille's looking for her.
Frank,
Eh?
what's flatulence?
Flatulence? Wind.
Why? That's what I thought.
Sorry, mate.
Cool.
Sorry, love.
Aye, that'll be mailbag soon, won't it?
Hey? What?
You wait till I get home, mate. Now get me a little piece of string and a bent pin. What are you after? Postal orders?
Marvellous, isn't it? Once every Preston Guild I want to catch the last post, and sure as fate, it's gone on the dot. It happens every time.
Well, you should be used to it by now, shouldn't you?
Hey, hope you've done your homework.
Oh, he does go on, doesn't he?
Harry, I'm feeling in a very, very generous mood. Come on to Rovers and I'll buy you a pint. Last one to Rovers, sissy.
No, mate, come on. You can take me round to Bessie Street Post Office. The last collection there's 8:30.
Walk in my state of health.
Come on, it'll do you good.
Oh, I say.
What do you want? Hurry up, 'cause I'm going out.
Well, it was Sheila I were wanting.
Now, don't go mad in her. She's not in the mood. Is my skirt showing?
No. Hey, what's that smell?
Oh, it's my scent. I put too much on.
Oh, yeah, I've put too much on, haven't you?
Well, it's only cheap, love. It's the expensive sort that doesn't smell much. And don't be so cheeky.
I've brought some magazines back.
Ah, well, shove 'em then. I'll see if she gets them.
Oh, hi. What are you doing here? Well, I brought Sheila's magazines back, but Mrs. Linda says I've not fit bother her.
Oh, she's dead right. The mood she's in, she'd bite your head off.
Still, she'll just have to bite mine off.
I'm not going to change a pound note for a fortnight's fare for her or anybody else.
Oh, have you no change?
No, I wouldn't change a pound if I had, would I?
I can lend you some till tomorrow.
Could you?
Yeah, sixpence, all right.
Oh, no, it's all right. I've got some in my other bag. On second thoughts, I'll take it. Don't want to have another round with her. She wears me out. Got to save me energy for that fella.
Hey, you can have a shilling if you like.
Oh, no, Tanner's fine. Tan.
Right.
Hey, what are you doing back? Oh, come back for some change. I'm off at last. Ta!
Ta.
And what are you still doing here?
Well, I want to give her these magazines.
Well, I've told you, leave them on the counter. I'll see she gets them.
Well, there's this story you've seen. It's the last episode this week.
Look, love, there's more important things in life than cereals. And if you hadn't told her where Neil Crossley was, she wouldn't be so miserable.
I didn't know he was going to be rotten to her. Could say I was sorry.
Come on. Dennis!
What?
Come here. Have you got your key?
Oh, you've not called me back just for that, have you?
Well, I don't want you outside scracking in the backyard when I get home. I'm going round to Dots for half an hour.
Have a glorious time.
Hey! Have you got it?
No.
Get inside and get it.
Hi, Mrs. Panic.
Hey, do you know if the 163s are 10 to and 20 past or 10 past and 22?
No, love, I don't think I know.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, how is she?
Oh, she's all right. Sheila? It's funny, I know she's in.
It's all right, I can get her in my nose here.
You'll do now at so. She's probably asleep and it's the best thing for her. Honestly, there's more important things in life than magazines.
Sharp! Sharp!
Hey, what do you want?
Oh, your door open.
Oh, no, but it's 8:30.
She's shut.
Well, honestly, if I get out tonight, it'll be a miracle.
Oh, it's not you I'm after, Mrs. Linley. No, I know that shopkeepers have their trials and tribulations and are as much entitled to their relaxation just as anybody else. Not that some of us get as much as anybody else.
And who are you after?
Your young lady lodgers for a short-term loan of a piece of electronic equipment, their record player.
Look, I'm past caring. If you want to disturb her, it's your own fault, and if you get your head bit off, it's your own fault. I'll put the catch down, shut the door as you go out.
Hey, can I come with you? I'm after a magazine.
All right, come on. If there's any bad language out of it, we'll share it between us. Go on.
Enjoy yourself.
Bingo, Florrie's big night out.
Well, it's something for her to do.
Yeah, people have the funniest way of passing their time. You know, to drive me round the bend, that would. Now, that's different.
I wonder where they think they are.
Ah, they're in a world of their own. You know, next week, she'll be walking down Viaduct Street with somebody else's arm around her, and he'll be walking down with another girl, and they'll pass each other, and they won't even see each other.
That's the trouble with youngsters these days. There's nothing consistent about them. Ta-ra, love.
Hey, are you scared of her?
Scared? I've known Baggy Pants since you were that big. Oh, blow it, let's take a chance.
Hey, perhaps we'd better not.
Why not?
Well, she's probably upset like Mrs. Lindley said.
What's upset her then?
She went to see Mr. Crossley and he told her to get lost.
Oh. Hey, she doesn't usually lock her door, does she?
She's capable of out, that one. Honest, it's last episode. I bet they get married and all.
Hey, go and get her.
You what?
Mrs. Lenny, she'll be at bus stop. Go and get her. Go and get her. Sheila! Sheila!
Hey, Lucille, what's the hurry? It's Mrs. Lindley, it's your Dennis. What about now, Dennis? Hey, Lucille! Dennis, what is it?
Get out
What's
of the
up?
way. Sheila's up there.
What?
Door's locked. I can't get any answer.
Where are you going?
I'm going for it now to see if I can get in through the window.
Dennis, be careful.
Yeah, and he hasn't been back 5 minutes, and he's up to his old tricks with Miss Nugent again, if you'll pardon the expression.
Yes, well, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. He's an improvement on that Crossley fella.
Him? It's a wonder I didn't clobber him myself. Not that he ever did out to me, but it's a good job he's out of harm's way now. Hey? You want to watch it, mate, you're still bound over. Oh, I better remember that, don't I? He'll have to wait another fortnight then, won't he?
Sheila, it's Sheila. Do something. It's our Dennis, the door. There's someone
What's the matter? What's happened?
You can't get in. Do something, will you?
Elsie, love, what is
I
it?
don't. We've got to do something, Mrs.
No,
Walker.
love. Come and sit yourself down, love. There's nothing we can do.
Is that where she is, mate?
Yeah.
Well, come on, let me get up.
Why?
Hey, come on, let's get inside.
I'll hold the ladder.
Excuse me.
All right, I'll force it with my penknife if I can. Oh, it's no use. Watch it down there.
It's no good, mate. It's locked. Well, come on, let's give it a shove. Good. You push. Put your shoulder in. Right. It's giving. Come on, again. And again.
Thank you. Excuse me. Where is she?
It's the first door on the right up the stairs, Doctor.
Right.
Shh, love, oh, come on home, love. Come on home.
I want to wait and see what's
Well,
happening.
I'll come and tell you, honest to Wills. Come.
It's my fault. She's the door.
No.
I didn't mean it. Really, I didn't mean it.
It's all right.
Hey.
What?
You're cluttering the place up. Come on, we're all going. Look.
Come on, love. Come on, and I'll come and do your house. Come on.
Sheila, love. It's Len.
Now, let's make you comfortable, shall we?
If I could just get my hands on that Crossley. Not just him, it's all them that's put their 2 penn'orth in.
I hope you're wrong, Mrs. Sharples.
So you were one of them. I thought you'd got more sense. You've made a few mistakes, you know.
Perhaps that's why I put my 2 penn'orth in.
It's all so easy, isn't it? A girl either gets a good one or a bad one. Everybody's got to tell her. And if some of them don't need telling, they know. And it doesn't stop them loving them either. There were a lot of folk hated the sight of my husband, but I got on with him well enough, and that was all as mattered.
I don't care what she says. Crossley was never right for that girl.
Thank you. Now, just take a little of this. It'll do you good. Just a little. That's it. Now, try a little more, huh? That's it. It's all right. It's all over now.
Didn't do it. Wanted to. But I didn't do it. It was nobody. They gave me card. They said, don't come back. Don't come back. I was filling a shelf with tins. Tins of fruit. He had an overall on. Get lost, he said. No one, no one, no one.
It's all over.
It's only a few pounds. I shouldn't have borrowed it. I shouldn't have borrowed it.
It's finished.
That's what I did. Put the top back on and I put the bottle on the table. And it didn't stop me thinking. Get lost, get lost, get lost, get lost, get lost.
It's over now.
There's an ice cream van playing a tune. I shut the window. Then I locked the door. And he said, get lost, you see. I wanted somebody to come in. There was nobody. It was only me. I was going to kill myself. But I didn't.
Mrs. Lindley, I think she'd be better in hospital. Will you stay up here with her for a moment?
I wonder what makes them do it. I mean, there's not really wrong with life, is there?
Well, it depends on who you are, doesn't it, mate?
Yeah. Funny, I could fancy Christine having a bash at it, but Peggy Vance was so daft.
Yeah, we all stop being daft sometime, lad.
Yeah.
Where's the nearest phone?
There's one of the rovers down the road.
Oh, yes, I know. You made a mess of that window, didn't you?
Well, it wasn't me, it was him.
You did a good job.
Oh, it were now to just put me elbow through. Oh.
Yes, take your jacket off.
It must have been...
Come on.
When I put my elbow through window. You know.
Very likely.
Hey, what about that phone call, Doctor?
It's all right. Ooh. I'll attend to this first.
Yeah, come on.
My man will play Hamlet with me for this. It were a clean shirt. Ooh.
Well, make no mistake. That young lass tried to do away with herself.
I still don't see how you can be sure.
Well, the door were locked, weren't it?
So they say.
And the window. Now, come on, love, be your age.
I suppose you're right.
Right, I know I'm right, and I'll tell you some of that.
Crisps, please.
Crisps, love.
Yeah, they ain't go home. Flippin' fella stood me up again. She'll laugh her socks down when I tell her, will Sheila? Still, be worth it to hear her laugh. Hey, have you got cheese and onion flavoured?
Hey, I'm cheered.
Just a minute, Mr.
What?
Catlock. Doreen, love, it's Sheila. Something's happened. What? No, it's all right. You see, our Dennis was from...
Can the doctor use your phone?
Yes, of course. Come right. How is she?
She's all right.
Oh, thank
Dennis! Dennis, what have you done?
Oh, it's just a bit of a cut, ma'am. No, it's just a
She
bit of a
really
cut.
all right?
Yeah.
And she hadn't tried to do out?
No, she hasn't done that.
She might have done, love, if he hadn't cut and done.
Never thought of you doing out like that.
Never thought of myself doing out like that.
I'm glad you did.
Here you are, love. Get this down. It's not tomato juice, but it'll do you good.
Ta. Never had a double.
Come on, it's not to worry about, love. She's on her way to the right place. Yeah, I know.
I bet you're dead proud of that, aren't you, mate?
Am I proud of it?
Well, you should be. Hey, what made you cotton onto it in the first place?
Well, I went to see her, you see, and, well, the door was locked and I couldn't get no answer, so, well, I just put two and two together.
Good job you did, eh?
Hey, Dennis, Mrs. Walker wants to buy you a drink, so I said half a bitter. Is that right?
Is it right, Mrs. Walker? Did she say half a bitter?
She's living off this for a year.
Ah, get out. You're dead proud of him, aren't you?
Of course I am. Hey, wait till I write to our Linda. It'll be all over Canada. Hey, I wonder if she included me in that.
Hey, hang on. See, if you want a drink, I'll buy you one.
All right.
Gets you thinking, this, doesn't it?
What does?
No, I'm not going to dig it all up again, but we are footloose and fancy-free, the pair of us, aren't we? Or at least as near as makes no odds. So why not get together now and again?
What are you trying to say to me, Len?
Well, look, to me, it's simple. I mean, just because you go out with a fella doesn't mean to say that you're going to marry him. And just because you've said no, you're not going to marry him, doesn't mean that you can't go out with him every now and again now, does it?
I see.
Just for company, you know.
Yeah.
Well, what about it?
Why is it you always ask me difficult questions? Look, you're standing there with your mouth hanging open.
I've shut it. Go on.
Look,
I'm listening.
No, I'm not going to explain. If you don't know what I mean, I'm not going to explain. It's just that most other fellas have only got one question to ask me. And the answer's either yes or no.
You don't wrap anything up, do you?
Well, I thought we knew each other well enough.
Yeah, well, we do, don't we?
Well, it's just what makes it so difficult with you. Oh, look, you daft Apeth, I'm paying you a compliment.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what was it you wanted to ask me?
One definite question. Wednesday night, 7:30, I'll come and take you out. Pictures, we'll go and fish and chips after, something like that.
No, Len. Not just yet.
It's no fun on the back seat by yourself.
Oh, for heaven's
Now,
sake.
that's what you call a drink, you and your half a
Is
bitter.
Mrs. Walker including me in that drink? Because I'll go and get it if she is.
Nice double.
Here. Have you been annoying my mother?
Yeah.
Well, watch it.
Why, what are you going to do about it?
Well, I might just take it into my head to thump your ear hole.
No, mate. No, don't come the hero twice in one day.
Hey, Dennis, come and get your drink. Everybody's waiting to say something. Come on.
Should have been going to bingo tonight.
Should you?
I'm going to the hospital. Were you in the shop, Mrs. Sharples? I didn't see you.
No, you wouldn't. I wasn't there. There are some things I don't butt into. When a girl's deciding between life and death, it's a matter between her and her maker.
You think she was deciding?
I don't know. What did the doctor say?
He said she was in very bad shape. Well, Lolo. It's all right. I've heard. She's in good hands.
Yeah. I had a row with her just before she went out.
And that makes it all your fault, I suppose.
Well, I could have been nicer to her.
By gum, some folks are big-headed. Are you standing there and telling me that that girl had a breakdown because you said two wrong words? Who do you think you are?
I'm a friend of hers.
Is she a friend of yours?
Yeah, of course she is.
She ever told you off?
Well, of course she has.
You ever thought of suicide, I suppose?
Oh, Mrs. Sharples, don't upset her anymore.
I'm not upset, and I'm asking her, well, did you?
Well, no, but...
No, but what gets into it, it's got naught to do with you.
Well, it could have had.
Get away with your bother. By gum, some folk will take credit for out.
Shall I go and put the kettle on, Mrs.?
Well, not for me, love. I'm going to the hospital.
Well, I'll come with you.
No, you stay where you are.
Yeah, I
No,
want to-
you stay where you are, love.
And sleep in my room tonight, eh, love?
Yeah, okay.
Ta-ra.
We're all a bit to blame, though, aren't we? Us has interfered.
I've told you, love. You've naught to blame yourself for now. Go inside like a good girl. I don't know. Seem to spend my time these days contradicting myself.
I did see a small group of people outside Mrs. Linda's shop, but I'd no idea.
Well, that's what it were.
You didn't know her, did you, Mr. Swindler?
Spurtles? Oh, yes, very well. She was a frequent visitor at Gamma. An habitué, one might almost say. Very pleasant young lady.
Oh, yes, very pleasant. Until lately, that is.
Ah, you mean Mr. Crossley? Those eyes, Mrs. Walker. Word did get to me, of course. We reaped quite a harvest of personal information at headquarters, you know. Strange, but one feels almost responsible in a way. I suppose the affair started immediately after my departure from Rosamond Street.
Yes, it was quite soon after that they started going out together.
I use the word affair in its broadest sense, of course.
You know, I never thought of that. If you'd stopped where you were, this would never have happened.
Ah, well, it doesn't do to dwell too much on the might have been, Mr. Tetlock. But for a nail, a shoe was lost. Hardly apposite.
No, but it makes you think.
Really, I came to see Mrs. Sharples. Is she...
No, she's not in tonight, Mr. Swindler.
Oh, doubtless she's in the vestry. It's just that at this time of the evening,
Everything has been disrupted today.
Ah, Mr. Tanner, may I add my personal congratulations on your expeditious action this evening?
Hey, go easy, Mr. Swindley. That's the army cut when he broke Sheila's window.
Really? Oh, I'm so sorry. No further ill effects, I hope?
Oh, no.
Now, look, you can't go swaying about on the top of ladders without getting dizzy. What do you say,
Oh,
Mr.
Mother, will you
Swindley?
stop mithering?
You can't. You've got a funny colour already. Come on out of it.
Ah! Tuning up, are you?
May I have a word with you, Mrs. Sharples?
Anybody in there?
No, it's quite empty, Mrs. Sharples.
Come on in, it'll be as private in there as anybody. I assume it's a private word you're after.
Please.
I thought as much. Sit you down.
Allow me, Mrs. Sharples. Milk stout, I believe.
Won't make a bit of difference, you know.
Oh, I never imagined for a moment that it would. Mrs. Walker?
Yes, Mrs.
Could I have a milk stout, please, from
Yes,
Mrs.
indeed. One milk stout, that'll be 1 and 4, please, Mrs. Swindler. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Give it here. You don't have to fill it full of froth.
Some things I never learned, Mrs. Sharples.
Glad to hear you admit it. Good health.
Thank you. Well, Mrs. Sharples, we've had our little brushes from time to time over the years, minor skirmishes in the battle of life, and due in the main, and I freely admit this, to the very high standard which I've set for myself and on which I insist from others. Some people have called me finicky.
I've heard 'em.
Well, when one is finicky, Mrs. Sharples, when one does set high standards, one courts disappointment. However, I must confess that of late I would have still been disappointed had my standards been even lower than they are. You follow my drift, I take it.
Well, seeing that all I do for you is look after your mission hall, I gather you want to talk about that.
Yes, that is so. Only yesterday evening, Councillor Barnes, who had unfortunately come to the committee meeting in a light suit, sat on one of the bentwood chairs.
Got his britches behind, dirty. Go on.
Oh, yes, he did indeed.
Well, you can tell Councillor Barnes, and I knew him when he was filthy from head to foot. Airing up and down Victoria Street, pinching plums from Chadwick's. Go on, you tell him that.
That's hardly the point, is it? Good night, Mrs. Sharples.
You may as well say what you've come to say.
I've already said it.
You're not really blaming the kid, though, are you?
I'm not blaming Lucille, then. I'm blaming myself. You'd do the same if you had a family.
Thank you.
Sorry, mate.
You always hang round on street corners in this neighbourhood?
Not always, Mrs. Why?
Barlow, where's he live?
Which one, younger or the older?
The old one in that has that scruffy shop on Victoria Street.
Why, that's Frank. Hang on a minute, will you? Number 3, down the road, love.
Hey, just a moment. Wasn't he in the pub when we left just now?
Aye, that's right, love. In the Rovers at the end of the street. What do you want?
It's a bit late now, mate, but that was Mrs. Tyson.
His lodger.
His lodger.
Ah, a lovely bit of cracking, if you don't mind me saying so. Hey, come on, mate. There's going to be some fun down there.
Yeah, Mrs. Walker, fill him up again, will you?
I will indeed.
And I won't be a minute. Excuse me, Jen. You'd never think that he used to fling his money about like a man with no arms, would you?
This is the Rovers, isn't it?
That's right, the Rovers return, to be exact. First time in, is it?
When I want a drink, I go to town. They know how to make you comfortable. Oh, so that's where you've been skulking, is it?
Oh, blimey.
You might well say blimey, you might, mister.
Your drinks here, Mr. Fowler.
Oh, thank you.
Buying drinks, is it? Perhaps you don't know his money is buying them with.
Now, look here, Mrs.
That's my landlord, him, Frank Barlow, him as is treating you. And what happens to me?
Now, just you listen to me.
I've done enough listening to you, mister. When I get home tonight after a hard day's work, there's a letter waiting for you from me. My rent's gone up.
You have no right to come here at all.
I'll go where I like and I'll say what I like and I'll tell you something else. You're not getting an extra penny piece out of me. So if I was you folks, I'd drink them drinks up fast because he won't be buying you anymore.
If I were you, mate, I'd treat her very gently with an elbow like that.